if you are a coach, consultant, or info product owner, I hate saying that because everyone says it on their ads or anything, but this is who this video is for. And you want to actually create an offer that converts like crazy on your webinars, then I'm going to show you in this video the exact methodology that we used to generate Callum Carver £40,000. We used it to generate Aston £138,000. We only had 126 attendees on that call, and Jack Eli £16,000 with only 96 attendees. And that is because most people who do webinars don't know how to make great webinar offers because they are not the same as your core offer. But after watching this video, I promise you that you will be in a position to position your offer so well that the only problem that you're going to have is fulfilling for all the people who are going to convert, right? And here's something important. This video is specifically to do with just making the offer and the bonuses and how to present them. This is not, I'm not going to tell you some weird body language, pitch stuff, Tony Robbins getting you in the zone to present or anything like that. This is purely just you are sat down before you are doing the webinar when you're putting all the material together and you want to know, how do I position the offer? How do I position the bonuses? How do I not completely fuck this up right at the end of a long, hard webinar? And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. If you don't know who I am, my name's Charlie McCormack. I'm the founder and director of Webinar Wizards and Progressist Network. I currently do done for you webinar and live event campaigns actively for clients week in, week out. And I have multiple six-figure revenue attributable to the systems that I have built through copywriting, sales, and automation systems for coaching, consulting, and info businesses. And if you want to check out some of those, then you can scroll onto this page. The link will be in the description. You can watch all the videos and you can see what they have to say about working with us. And then we also have a podcast as well where we interview high performers, young entrepreneurs, older entrepreneurs, and we've interviewed people like Johnny Nelson, Lion Glass, and Callum Carver. But less about that and more about offers. So here are the most common mistakes, right, that I personally have made as well. When I was just a copywriter and I was used to doing emails and VSLs for people and I was doing the automations and stuff, I made these mistakes as well with my webinar offers. And these are also the mistakes that I see most people making with their webinars offer. So the first of which being, people do all of the hard work, right? They decide to do a webinar. They build the landing page. They make the ads. They make the content. They do the emails. They do all the automations. They build the script. They build the presentation. They put all of their time and effort into building everything out, only for the one most important thing not to work, which is the fact that it's going to convert. Because we're not doing this because we want to be fucking fancy. We're doing it because we want to convert people in a leveraged way, right? The second thing is that they end up creating more objections in the offer as opposed to getting rid of them. Like, your offer is literally the whole point of an offer is that you are solving someone's problem and you are getting them out of a situation. And what happens with most people is that they overcomplicate it, right? The whole point of doing a webinar is to shift beliefs, okay? It's to do what you would do on a sales call, but one too many. So rather than having me sat down with a prospect and me fighting to shift their belief, we get everyone on a single call to shift their belief. And we've done that for an hour and a half or so. Maybe you do a shorter webinar, which is like 45 minutes, but still, you've put time into this. Don't get people to snap out of the state that you have put them in and become skeptical again after shifting their beliefs over a long amount of time. And this is literally like the webinar equivalent of talking too much on a sales call. Just as the prospect says yes, you might be like, oh yeah, and there's all these other things. And then the prospect ends up going like, well, hang on a minute. I'm a bit fucking confused now. I just committed and now you're saying all these things. So don't do this. And the third thing is that they focus too much on the core offer, which is not the reason that people buy specifically on webinars. And you don't spend enough time on the thing that is actually going to convert people, which I'm going to show you how to do and how to fix in this video. So let's try not to fail at the final hurdle after weeks of preparation, ad spend, putting loads of effort into a campaign, and actually craft an offer that is going to convert like crazy. So with a webinar offer, there are two components to it, right? You have your core offer, which is the product that you sell that the people who are on the call are already probably aware of, right? And on the webinar, this is what they pay for, okay? For example, if you are selling an info product or a course, That is your core offer. That is your product. Or if you're selling a coaching and consulting program, that is your core offer and your product. Or maybe you have a mix of these things, right? This is the thing that if someone was to book in a call with you, this is what your sales reps would sell them. And the second component of a webinar offer is the bonuses, right? And if for some weird reason you haven't been offering bonuses in your webinars and you've literally just been pitching the core offer, then this is going to be probably one of the main reasons that your webinar hasn't been converting in the way that you wanted to. And if you haven't been doing this, I'm not sure where you learn how to do webinars from, but I hope you do. So what are the bonuses? The bonuses are the things that we are offering the people on the webinar in addition to the core offer for a select reason, okay? So you might be doing a webinar for a launch. You might be doing it for a new offer. You might be doing it for all different types of reasons, right? But the bonuses are things that people can't go and buy individually. And we're going to talk more about that later. But that could be an additional one-to-one call with the founder. It could be other resources. It could be plug and play templates or any sort of extra material that you want to give them on top of your core offer, right? And the first big problem, which I'm going to expand upon, is big problem numero uno, is that most people spend too much time focusing on the core offer. I'm going to tell you why that's a problem. Because if you're a competent business owner, then hopefully you read $100 million offers or you've seen everyone bang on about offers, then hopefully your core offer is great anyway. But the problem is that when you have a great core offer, most people go into it too much on the pitch because they're like, right, you spent all this time, you spent your heart and soul creating a great core offer and you want to tell everyone about it. And that's usually fine. But the people who are on this call, most of them probably already know about this offer, right? And the offer itself still wasn't enough to get them over the line before, which is why they're on the webinar. It's very rare that someone who's already bought from you, unless they're just turning up for the fun of it, is going to be on the call, right? So if it was the core offer that they wanted, then they would have gone and clicked an email that you'd sent them or an SMS that you'd sent them or just booked a call in the link in your bio way sooner. So it's not the core offer because they're not idiots. They would have just gone and bought it if that's what they wanted. But instead, they're on this webinar with you. So how can we combat spending too much time focusing on the core offer? Because this is what most people already know about. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep, when you present the core offer, after you've transitioned into actually pitching, just tell them what the core offer is, because there will be people who don't know. Tell them how it's going to be given to them so they're clear on it, and then tell them how amazing it is. And just, use some case studies, use some testimonials, but don't go too over the top in the features of it, right? Because they can buy the core offer anytime. They can buy the core offer tomorrow, right? They don't have to be on the webinar for the core offer. So keep this short. Tell them what it is, tell them how they're going to get it, tell them how amazing it is, put some case studies and testimonials in there, but keep it short. Now, just because I'm saying don't spend too much time on it doesn't mean positioning it incorrectly. And this is sometimes what some people do, especially when we're talking about price. So if you decide to discount your core offer on a webinar, you should never discount your core product, right? Alex Hormozy talks about this. I've never discounted my core product. Everyone I know who does well for themselves does not discount their core product, because in my opinion, I think it's disrespectful to the people who have purchased it at full price recently, right? Imagine if you were holding a webinar on a Friday and a prospect had booked in a call and paid full price, paid in full, great client on the Monday, right? And then they find out that 5 days later, all they would have had to do is just wait for a webinar. They would have got all of these bonuses and they would have got it at a reduced price. I don't think that people like that. I mean, I have been in situations when I have bought something from someone and I've seen them do a webinar a couple of days later and they've discounted it and it's made me feel like, should have just fucking waited. And pardon my language, but people do feel like that and people will ask questions about it. So rather than positioning your webinar price, right? The exclusive, oh, you're going to get the bonus because you're on the webinar, in relation to the normal price, position it and anchor it in relation to how much it's worth, right? Because the anchor is higher, and you're not going to piss off all the people who've just given you money recently. So sell them money at a discounted rate. Tell them how much it's worth to you. So if you have used, obviously it's your knowledge if you're selling some sort of information. If you have run up a coaching business before, you're teaching coaches how to do it, tell them how much money it's made you. If you're doing an info product on a business opportunity or something, tell them how much money it has made you. This is good for people who have actually done the thing that they're selling in the past. And then tell them how much other people have or would pay you for this. So, for example, if you have ever done a day's worth of consulting and someone paid you, if someone pays you £1,000 an hour or something like that, or someone pays you £5,000 a day, tell them that. Say, I've had people pay me X amount on these days for these hours for this information that I am about to give you. And then tell them how much it's been worth to the people who have used it, and use case studies and testimonials here. So, for example, if you are selling a product that is 2, 3, 4K and someone has made 10, 20, 30K using it, then you are selling them money at a discounted rate. And then once you have done that, once you have anchored how much is worth to you, how much other people would be willing to pay for this, how much it's been worth to those people, then tell them the price. And if you do choose to give a discount, because I'm not saying never give a discount, I'm just saying that in my personal opinion, I don't really like doing it because I think it's a bit disrespectful to current clients. But if you do choose to give a discount, then don't discount more than 10% and make it a fast action bonus for a limited time only. Or what I like to do, if we ever do a discount, then it's only to people who pay in full, right? So it's full price on a payment plan for someone, but if you pay in full in a limited time, so you're paying in full within 24 hours or the next 5 days or whatever, then you can have a discount because it's a PIF. So that's fine. And also make sure that if you do give a discount, then make sure that it is for a completely legitimate reason. You don't want to create suspicion or another objection when you've just made people sit through an hour and a half. If you do this, then you are being an idiot, and no offense, then just don't fuck this up, right? So, for example, you could have a reason that you are offering this at this time for a lower price, and that could be because, for example, a popular one that you see is people saying that it's a tax write-off. If it's the end of the year, they get to pay for some coaching or consulting, and they'll discount it because it's a tax write-off. Or if you're launching a new offer, you can say, we want to get the first people in, make sure that it's working all right for them, so it's going to be discounted for the first cohort of people. These are objections that are legitimate. They're not going to raise another concern from someone. And then after you have told them the price, then send the call to action into the chat. So whether you're using Webinar Jam, whether you're using Zoom, people always resist when they're first sold to. It's the classic thing that when you say the price on the phone, both of you go quiet because there is always a resistance when you first hear the price. And here is where the bonuses come in and sweep up, right? And if you position them like I'm about to show you, then this is where the real selling is going to begin. This is the most common thing, right? And it's that the bonuses, if you weren't doing them at all, you need to do bonuses. And if you were doing bonuses and it wasn't converting very well, then it's likely that you fucked up one of these 5 things. The first one being that you presented the bonuses together with the core offer and made it one total price, and you presented it all at once. And I know that this didn't work because I ran 2 webinars. One of the first ones that I did for a client. First time we presented everything all together, said that it was worth a crazy price, and we completely overwhelmed people with what they were going to get. It didn't convert very well. And then we did it a second time and we separated it. So we had the core offer and then the bonuses were free, and it converted way better. So in order to eradicate this, present the core offer, then the price, and then position the bonuses as what they get for free if they sign up now. So that's fast action bonuses, anything akin to that. The second mistake is that you add scarcity to the bonuses when they are literally like a PDF or a digital product. Please don't do this, right? Because your prospects are not stupid. If they have taken the time to sit through 45 minutes, an hour and a half, 2, even 3 hours of a webinar, and then you tell them that there is a limited time that they can have these selection of videos or this digital product, you are going to piss them off and you're going to give them another objection, and they're going to be there like, well, this isn't limited time because it's literally a school community or it's a selection of videos. So don't do that. But instead, only position bonuses, right? Only include bonuses that have legitimate reasons for why each of them are available for a limited time, right? And the bonuses should either handle your objections for you. So, for example, if you were selling a business opportunity to a beginner, you could say, the number one thing that they want to do is they want to get results fast, right? So you could say to them, we're going to give you our plug and play outreach scripts that we use to sign clients within 2 weeks, right? That is something that handles an objection. How quickly am I going to make their money back? Again, that's one that would also speed up their time to success, or something that would demonstrate something that would be of massive value to them. So for example, a one-to-one call with the guru or the founder, but they have to have legitimate reasons to it. So for example, you could say that with our outreach templates, we only usually give them to, or we use them internally or something like that. Or one-to-one call with the founder is a good one because it's obviously scarce, because the founder can't spend their time all day speaking to anyone and anyone for a free 1 hour call. So that's why things like that are a good bonus. Or they should be things that are only available when you buy this, right? They shouldn't be able to download it anywhere else, not on Gumtree, they shouldn't be able to pay for them individually. I'm waffling on a bit about that, but that's because if you fuck this up, you're just going to create so many more objections and you're going to undo your hard work. Too many or too little bonuses. If you only have like 2 bonuses, people are going to be like, woohoo. If you add loads, you're going to overwhelm people. So the magic number, based on this, like a psychology study, I did it at A-level psychology, but most people can remember between like 5 and 9 numbers, right? So we do 5 and 7 bonuses and make them killer, make them handle objections, speed up their time to success, or just demonstrate a massive amount of value. And you want to present the best bonus last, right, as the showstopper, as the knockout punch, and you want to have the second best bonus first to catch their attention, right? And that doesn't mean that they should progressively get worse, mix up the ones in the middle, but always have the second best first, catch their attention, and then the best one last for the knockout punch, right? They can't, yeah, like I said earlier, they can't be available to buy on their own at any time. So sometimes what we will do is we will actually specifically create new assets for the purpose of the webinar, or we will pull things out of the main offer that not many people will know are in the main offer and then present them as bonuses. So then you're not waffling on about the core offer and how great it is, but you can pull something out of it and then present it as a bonus. And in order to present them properly, once you have 5 to 7, you've done everything I've said before, then you need to present each bonus like you did with the offer. You need to tell them what it is, tell them why there is a legitimate reason why it's only available for a limited time, and then show case studies and testimonials and make sure that each bonus has a figurative price attached to it that is ambitious but realistic. So you can say, here's what all the bonuses are worth, and here is why you're going to get them for free today if you sign up. Fast action bonus. So far, you have not spent too much time talking about the core offer. You've positioned the core offer properly. You've not discounted it at money, but you've given legitimate reasons why it's only available to people who pay in full, or it's only available for a limited time. You've not created another objection. You've presented your bonuses well. You've done 5 to 7 that are all legitimate, that handle objections. They speed up the time to success. You've made sure that every bonus has a figurative price attached to it. And then you hit them with the guarantee. So you have taken them through a journey of not only are you going to get the thing that we sell anyway, potentially at a discount if you're not an idiot about it, you're going to get all of these amazing bonuses that are worth however much, and you're going to get them for free. Not only that, but then we also are going to remove the risks for you. And this is going to send your prospects to space, like Francis Ngannou sparking Alistair Overeem over here. And after giving them all of that, you hit them with a banger of a guarantee. Money back, action-based guarantee, whatever you want it to be, whatever it is for your main offer. Remove the risk for them and show them that it makes more sense to work with you than not to work with you. That if they are going to go through your process and it doesn't work, they will still end up in a better place than they were before, or something like that. It obviously depends on what your offer is, right? You want to mix in some legitimate scarcity and urgency with these things, and then you are going to convert like fucking crazy. Now, what should you do from here? You should watch this video back when you are actually creating, when you are sat down, creating your offer, creating your bonuses, writing the scripts, writing the presentation. Watch this video back. Make sure that you hit the tick list when you are creating your bonuses and your offers. And also, if you don't just want the bonuses and offers, then you can go ahead and download our full script, which is A to Z, our 14-step script that we use to personally fulfill for clients, this is just a snippet of what we actually do. This is just the offer and the bonuses part. If you want the full 14-step, there'll be a link in the description for you to go and download it. Also, if you want to go and see the full process of how we do things, then there'll be a link to a case study that we did below, the one that we did for Aston. Made him 138k from one webinar with zero ad spend and 126 people on there. And if you want to start making as much money as you make in a month and start making it in a single week and eventually in a day, then let us implement our webinar one-to-many system into your business. Here you can take a screenshot, or you can pause the video to see what our deliverables and how it works looks like, or you can go to learn more here, which will be a link in the description where you can watch our explainer video about how we implement everything for you, why we believe that this growth infrastructure is the best way for coaches and consultants to scale past 50k a month. And you'll also have the option to book yourself in for a demo call at the end. Let me know if you implement this offer and your bonuses and it makes a difference to your business and your webinars. Drop me a message. I'd love to hear that it's worked for you, and bye-bye.